What's going on, guys? Bill's here from AchievementLand, and I'm here with an achievement walkthrough for Thy Sword. This game released onto the Xbox One May 13, 2020 for a price of $9.99. This game was published by Ratalaika. This game's a little bit more expensive and a little longer than their other games that have been coming out weekly. It takes about 3 hours or so and takes a little bit of skill, but it's not too bad. There's 16 achievements. We get the first one for head chopping an enemy. We use X, and then you can cut their heads off. You need to do it from a little bit of a distance. Get the key to the chest. Sometimes you'll see a bat flying around with a key. You have to kill that bat without him flying away, and you get the key and it will open up the chest. Get hit by your own arrows. Very simple. Just shoot an arrow up. You can even do it in a tutorial. Kill a flying enemy with an arrow. Just kill a bat or any other flying enemy. Get killed by an explosive barrel. Very easy. Finish the tutorial right at the beginning. I'll show you how to do it. It's when you pick the difficulty. Hit the lantern on the title screen. I'll show you where that is. The achievement loot's the only one that's really missable in this game. It's in the cave of Duralast on the 5th level. You need to drop down in the middle. If you pass it by, you'll have to do it on a new save. But I'll show you exactly where it is and what I mean. Chop 15 heads off in one game. Which will be pretty easy because towards the end there's these certain enemies that's the only way you can kill them, by chopping their heads off. And then these are all bosses, which I'm going to show you how to kill all of them. And you'll get all the 5 crystals as you kill the bosses, and then you just have to finish the game. So this is the beginning here. You can pick who you want. I like the barbarian. He has a longer sword. Now if you go to the right, there's this lantern hanging. Now you just hit it. Use R bumper to swing, and if you hit it, you'll get the achievement. Now I went into this area. You don't need to go in here. Go into the other one to the right. This one, there's nothing to do in here. It's like a little practice area, but it's not the tutorial. We want to go to the entrance to the right. That's how we get out of here. And then we can play the tutorial here. So just click on this and we'll run through it really quickly and we'll show us how to play. We can also get the achievement with the arrow in this one. So all these signs tell you what to do, and you have to complete them. So this one tells you to use your sword with R bumper. This one is how you chop off the head. If you use X, you twirl around and then you swing. So that's why you got to do it with a little bit of distance. This is the bow. Now if you shoot up, straight up over here, it will actually come down and hit you, and you'll get the achievement. And now we just need to aim up here and hit this target so that we can finish this part. There we go. Now over here, it's saying that you can go up the ladder. You need to block with L bumper. You can charge up the sword by holding R bumper. It's funny, I actually never used this move throughout the whole game. I'm sure that's very helpful, and I haven't used it once. Alright, hold jump for longer jumps. This is the explosive barrel. You get an achievement for letting it kill you, so you just want to have 1 health bar left and then let it kill you. You can drop down, and then this is the exit. There we go, and we get the achievement for the tutorial. Now let's do the apprentice difficulty, because that gives us unlimited lives and the game's easier. So you definitely want to do this. Alright, so here's the map. We have to go through and play through all these areas. Most of them have 5 levels. Later on they have 8. Some of them have bosses, usually like the caves and special areas. But to go through it, it's pretty easy. This is the explosive barrel, like I said. All you have to do is just kill all the enemies on the map, and then the door opens, and then we go to the next part of it. So you basically have to do that, 5 times. And yeah, if you die though, you have to go back and go back to the beginning, to day 1. But if there's a boss and you make it to the boss, it's okay. If you die, you stay on the boss. So yeah, I just head chopped an enemy. You have to do it 15 times in the game. But later on in the game, there's these certain zombie guys that you can only kill them with chopping off their heads. So there's more than 15 of those guys. So you'll get that achievement no matter what. You want to go up to these guys and just kill them with R bumper. You pick up arrows, but you can't use them unless you have a bow. And you can buy it at this certain shop where I'm going to show you. If you hit guys from underneath, they usually drop down, so you can use that to your advantage. There's barrels and boxes around. You want to break them as much as you can to get health and coins. You don't need coins that much, but it does help because you can buy upgrades and stuff. Doing the head chops are pretty fun, but like I said, you got to go back a little bit so that you land it right on them. Most enemies are really easy to kill. You can just like run up to them and just keep spamming our bumper. Some of them you have to back away after hitting them, or like have them drop down and stuff like that. Like this guy swings, so you got to be quick with it. But yeah, like I said, it's an easy concept game. I'm not going to go through all the levels. There's no point. I'm going to go through the bosses and show you how to beat all the bosses. But yeah, I mostly just wanted to show you guys what this game is like too. It's not that hard. The hardest part is like the last boss, but once you know how to beat him, it gets easier. And you could just keep playing them over and over again. So you could just keep trying until you get a rhythm of things, and then it becomes easier. The levels are random, so you'll see different things. I'm going to show you on the next level. There's these skeleton guys that come up, and it's also a dark level. There's dark levels that are a little bit harder to see. So this is a night level. There's these skeleton enemies, which you need to either hit from behind, or you need to block and then hit them. This is the final level of this area, so once you finish, you're going to go to this like rest area, the village. And every time you come here, you can play blackjack here. Try to always play blackjack. It's best to always hit on 16, anything 16 and below. If it's 17 or higher, you want to stand. That's usually the rule of thumb. But try to make money, double up your money, and then you could spend money over here. You can get some health back, which you really don't want to do, to be honest, as I'm going to show you how to get your health back. But you could buy different stuff. Some of them carry over. You get some upgrades. But then you can go on to the next level. You can usually pick which level you want. They give you 2 of them. This cave, the bottom one, is actually the one that has the boss. Now you start the next area with the same health that you had from the previous area. But if you just die on day 1, you'll restart day 1 and you'll have full health. So try to use that to your advantage. This is one of the keys that you need to get. The bird's flying around carrying it. You have to try to kill him before he sees you and flies away. I unfortunately missed. But I'm just going to die here just to show you. So I died. You just hit retry and it will start at the beginning of this one. Try to do that if needed. It's a good way to start with full health. You don't want to have to try to go through the 5 levels with low health, unless you can get a health pickup. Sometimes when you have low health, you'll see more health pickups, so you could try to see if they're around first. I was able to kill the bird on the 3rd day of this area and get the key. You just pick up the key and then it will open up the treasure chest and give you a bunch of money, and also give you the achievement. So the last day of this area is actually the boss, Spider Queen, and if you die trying to fight her, you can just keep retrying and try to kill her over and over again. So that's why the boss fights really aren't too bad. This one's pretty easy anyway. All you have to do is just hit her. You have to climb up these ropes and just hit her when you can. She goes back and forth. Sometimes she goes shorter or further. Just try to hit her. You could jump at her, and then once you hit her, she'll drop down. Then you can hit her some more and just try to work away that health bar. She drops down some little spiders too, so just be careful of those. She's a pretty easy boss though. Just be careful, try not to get hit too much. You can jump at her and hit her. When she drops down, she goes towards you, so try to move as she's coming down. Damn it, I missed her. Should have had her there. Alright, there we go. She dies, you get the achievement, and she spits out a lot of money. A decent amount of money. You also get a crystal. And it will show you at the bottom your crystals. So now we have 1 at the bottom, you can see. After beating the Spider Queen, you open up the level where we can get the missable achievement, the loot achievement, and that's in this cave area called Doralas. So just go in here, and what you need to do is go on to the 5th day. So just keep playing, and on day 5 there's an opening at the bottom middle of the level. So just drop down, and that's going to bring you to this, the Hall of Treasures. And like I said, that one's missable because if you go past this level you can't actually play it again, so you have to start a new game. So now just keep playing through the levels. There's going to be some bosses. The next boss is on the level Borg, which is the Lurking Hunter. He's a pretty easy boss. You just have to take out his arms. And once you take out an arm, he's going to show his other form, and then you just have to hit him then. Just make sure you dodge these shots coming at you. And also don't let the arms hit you. So now after you take out an arm, he's going to come out. He's going to do laser eyes, which you can jump over very easily. And then you can hit him as well. Try to get in some hits, but most importantly, dodge the laser. So just take out all the arms, and every time an arm comes down, he's going to come up. And just keep doing this until all 4 arms are dead and his health is gone. And there we go. We'll get some money, and we'll get the achievement. And we'll also get the blue crystal. So just keep going through the levels. The next boss is going to be on Fiery Mountain, and the next boss is Dragon Lord. This guy you want to be a little aggressive with. Try to just run up on him and try to just hit him a lot. He does a lot of moves that are hard to avoid. So that's why you kind of want to just go aggressive with him and try to kill him as fast as you can. He has a few different attacks. He has these fire bombs that come down. These are actually easy to dodge. But every time he lands, just try to run at him and jump and hit him, because if you jump, you'll dodge his tail attack. This attack here seems hard to dodge. I think you have to go to the left before he comes back out. There we go. The Dragon Lord is dead. You get some money and the achievement. And also the red crystal. Alright, so the next boss we're going to fight is on the level Thorn. And it's the Sorcerer of Thorn. This guy's not too bad. He shows up with other forms, and you just have to keep picking the right one. He usually is like a little different than them, like he's facing the other way, or I don't know, sometimes there's like some little thing that just stands out. You can kind of tell which one is him. If you have some arrows, you can try to shoot the arrow at him and see if it's the right one. But yeah, this is pretty much the whole fight. You just try to pick the right one and just keep hitting him as much as you can, and dodge the fireballs, of course. There's really not much tips I can give on this one, and there's really not much to it. It's just the same thing over and over again, so just try to rush him when you can. You could take a couple hits. It's kind of worth it to do more damage. But after you kill him, we'll get some money, we'll get the achievement, and we'll also get the purple crystal. And then the next boss that we need to fight is on Ancient Ruins. There's some of these guys that I was telling you about that you need to kill with cutting their heads off. That's the only way to kill these guys, or else they keep coming back. But at the end of this level is the Lich King and Queen. Just keep moving and dodging their attacks and try to get in a lot of hits. Some of these platforms disappear, so make sure you're watching out for them. And also watch out for the spikes on the bottom. These guys weren't too bad, because even if you get hit, they don't do too much damage. But try not to get hit too much, especially with the lightning. Try to get in a lot of hits though when you can. And yeah, just keep hitting them. All you have to do is attack the king. You don't have to worry about the queen. And after that, you'll get some money. You'll get the achievement. And we'll get the yellow crystal. And this is actually the last crystal. So after you get this one, you're going to get the achievement for collecting all the crystals. And of course it's on the spikes, but don't worry about taking damage. Alright, so now all we have left is the last boss, which is the Dark Overlord. And after you beat him, you'll get the achievement for killing him and also completing the game. This guy is a little bit of a pain. It might take you a few tries to actually beat him. He has two forms, so you want to save health for the second form. That's the harder form, of course. Once you understand the patterns of the first phase, then you'll be able to go through without taking that much damage, and then you can do the second phase with a lot more health and it'll be easier. I didn't do it on this run of the boss, but you can actually dodge some of his attacks pretty easily. There's one where he hits the sword into the ground and sends out fireballs. This one right here, you can actually go on the platforms behind him and jump over it. You just have to do the right timing because they disappear, the platforms. After he does that move, he does the one with the swords flying around. You just dodge them. And then there's also the swords that come down from the top, which are easy to dodge. But yeah, just try to kill this first phase with a decent amount of health. I still have 4 bars, which is okay. So the first phase is done. Now the bigger one's going to come. This one's actually not that bad if you know what to do. He's pretty similar to the Spider Queen boss because you hit him and then he drops down and then you hit him some more. But he's shooting around these projectiles that you need to watch out for. But when you have an opening, just go up and hit him so he drops down. He's going to go into the middle and then drop down a little bit. And then you can jump up and hit him. After, he'll get up and he'll do this. He's going to throw swords, which are pretty easy to dodge. Sometimes, if you're standing in a bad spot, they might bunch up and be hard to dodge. But for the most part, I was able to dodge them pretty easily. And that's pretty much all you have to do for this guy. So just be careful of the projectiles. And once you get a chance, just go up and hit him and drop him down so we can do more damage to him. I have a decent amount of health from not getting hit too much in the first phase. So that's making this a little better. But those projectiles can be a pain, so just be careful. And it's just the same pattern over and over again, so just keep hitting him until he finally dies. And after that, we'll get our last achievement for completing the game. And that's it, guys. That's the achievement walkthrough for this game. So I hope this video helps you. This game is out now for only $9.99. But thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed my videos. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time here at Achievement Land.